The chamber of the Galactic Council was built to inspire fear and obedience with walls carved from black crystal and seats rising in cold tears where ancient beings watched lesser worlds plead for mercy on this cycle. The chamber was full and restless, because an emergency session had been called after a single report reached every major power at once. Earth had been invaded. Word carried weight and disbelief in equal measure, because Earth was classified as a quiet world, a developing species, with limited reach, no known alliances, and no reason to provoke attention. The report was clear: a coalition fleet had crossed into the Sol system, and contact had been lost within hours. No distress signal followed, no victory declaration either. Only silence at the center dais. The speaker lifted a hand and the chamber dimmed as projections formed in the air showing the last known images. Transmitted by the invading fleet, rows of warships advanced in perfect formation, their hulls gleaming. With confidence, weapons charged, crews certain of an easy conquest. Then the image shifted to static and ended. A murmur rippled through the council. An elder delegate named Laron leaned forward, his voice tight with irritation and unease. "This must be an error," he said. "Earth has no defensive network capable of silencing a fleet of that size." Another delegate, Myra, whose people charted probabilities, tapped her claws against the arm of her seat. "The chances of total signal loss without engagement are negligible," she replied, "unless the invaders were neutralized faster than they could react." Scoffed by what, a handful of ground cannons and outdated orbital platforms. Before Mira could answer, the chamber doors opened and a lone figure entered. Under escort, the being was small compared to most present, wearing a simple dark uniform without ornament. Human gasps echoed. Some delegates rose, others recoiled, and a few reached instinctively for concealed defenses. The speaker struck the dais for silence and fixed the newcomer with a piercing gaze. "State your purpose, human." The human stopped at the center of the floor, posture straight, expression calm, almost weary. "My name is Alex," the human said. "I am here as a representative of Earth following your inquiry about the missing fleet." Lauren laughed sharply. "Inquiry?" he repeated. "You stand accused of annihilating a lawful expedition." Alex tilted his head slightly. "Invading a sovereign world is not lawful under your own accords," he said. The chamber erupted, voices overlapping, anger, confusion, disbelief. Speaker raised both hands and the noise fell away. "You claim responsibility for the loss of the fleet?" the speaker asked Alex. No dotty silence followed, thick and heavy. Mira studied the human closely, her many eyes narrowing. "How the council demanded to know how a species, barely out of its cradle, could erase a force that has conquered stars." Alex took a slow breath, as if choosing words carefully. "We did not erase them," he said. "We disabled them and offered surrender." Laron slammed his fist down. "Do not insult this council with lies." Alex looked up, meeting the elder gaze without fear. "We broadcast surrender terms on all known channels," he said. "None were accepted." The projection behind the speaker shifted, showing new images captured from the Sol system invading. Ships floated powerless, their weapons dark hulls intact, but systems dead. Human vessels surrounded them, sleek and unfamiliar, moving with unsettling precision. Delegates stared, some leaning closer, others shrinking back. Myra whispered to herself, "Impossible." Speaker steadied their voice. "Explain your methods." Alex clasped his hands behind his back. "For generations, we assumed someone stronger would come for us," he said, "so we prepared, not with bigger guns, but with ways to make guns irrelevant." He gestured to the image. "We learned to listen to energy patterns, to map thought behind code, to turn aggression into noise within the attacker's own systems." Lawrence shook his head in denial. "That level of warfare requires centuries." Smiled faintly. "We had centuries of war among ourselves," he said. "Necessity accelerates learning." The chamber absorbed this in stunned quiet. Another delegate, a towering figure named Reth, spoke slowly. "Why not destroy them?" he asked. "Why spare invaders?" Alex's gaze hardened just a fraction. "Because we know what fear does to a species," he said. "Because we survived ourselves." Mara leaned forward now, openly fascinated. "If another fleet comes," Alex did not hesitate, "we'll do the same or worse, if forced." The speaker exchanged glances with other elders, then addressed the human. "You realize what this means for your world position?" Alex nodded again. "We are aware." Their speaker voice softened, though tension remained. "Earth will no longer be classified as minor or passive. Alex inclined his head. We did not ask to be classified at all, he said. We asked to be left alone. Lonan rose trembling with fury. You expect the galaxy to accept this humiliation? Alex met his anger with. Steady, calm. We expect the galaxy to learn, he said. Earth is not Protha. Projections faded, leaving only the humans standing alone in the vast chamber. The speaker took a long moment before speaking again. The Council acknowledges Earth's sovereignty and demands the immediate return of all captured vessels and crews. Alex nodded once more. They will be returned intact and unharmed, he said, along with a record of why they failed. Mira let out a slow breath. Warning, she murmured. Alex allowed himself a small genuine smile. Yes, he said, every dead race left one warning, and we chose to listen. The human turned and walked back toward the door's guards, stepping aside without prompting. As the doors closed behind him, the council remained silent, each member grappling with the same realization. They had not witnessed the rise of a conqueror. They had witnessed the unveiling of a species that endured, learned, and waited. Somewhere beyond the chamber, stars burned quietly, and Earth continued to spin, unaware that its reputation had just changed forever.